Hey JK, I'm doing a test here. So everybody, I'm just doing a test. I want to see how this sounds, how this looks. After all the complaints I've been having, the problems I've been having, I downloaded some different software and seen if it's working. So can you convey everybody if you can convey, hold on, I need to turn the volume off on my monitor. Just did that. So if you can convey if everything's sounding okay right now, what you just heard a few seconds ago, literally a few seconds ago, was I'm also watching a live stream as though I was not the guy. I was just somebody coming upon the live stream. Sounds good. Audio and video is perfect. Up here in Phoenix, can't wait to vote out Mark Kelly. Um, I was just up in Phoenix. I stayed Arizona Grand Resort. I was up there and just doing a little party and relieving my brain. But anyway, I still have some issues I need to resolve. Good. So, all right. I don't. Hey, Roan. What? Hey, Roan. It's nice to see you again. What does 5x5 mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, so it sounds like it's unanimous. Everybody's liking the sound. Everybody is liking the video. Okay. Helix Band, thank you for stopping by. Gunny Sergeant, thank you. Fast Eddie, Lone Wolf, SLV. JK, as always. Lone Wolf again, Fast Eddie. I'm just rereading the names, I guess. All right, well, I wish there was a way, and I know there is, to make the videos private, and then I can experiment with nobody not taking up anybody's time. But it is what it is. Let me see if I can edit it from here. It looks like I might be able to edit it from here. Let's see if I can do this. Testing, new software. I mean, this is the only way I can do it, is just basically do a live stream. Save, boom, boom. Customization, boom, 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 done, save. And so I'm in a menu system right now. Click out of here, click out of here, and something tells me I just shut down. No, it's right here. No, it did. It changed. Everything is changed on the fly. So normally I would have to end the video, then rename it. So again, I turned up the sound, so that's what you're hearing in the background. So I'll turn down the sound. And that was from the video, as though I just came upon my own YouTube channel. I was watching a video like you guys. Mr. Gas and Gas, this is just a test of the emergency channel. I'm actually downloading new software. Instead of using OBS, I'm using a Streamlabs, which is what I used to use all the time and never had a problem. So, pray for rain in Arizona. Tired of the heat. Yeah, I need to get the car out, though, and wash it. And I need it to be cloudy in order to wash it. You know, one of these days... Okay, so 5x5 means okay, A-OK in military terms. I guess... Yeah, so one of these days, for you folks who have nice vehicles, let me show you how to detail your vehicle. I mean, really wash it without scratching the shit out of it. A lot of people, they'll go spray their car down, and it removes only like 25% of the dirt and the grit. And they go and take a sponge or a rag, whatever, and they just start wiping the car down with soap and water, and just drives all that sand and grit. And what is sand? It's just very tiny particles of rock is what sand is, dirt, dust. And you're rubbing it all in. Pretty soon after a month or two, you just got a bunch of swirls in your paint. That's just the wrong way to wash a car. So one of these days I'm going to take out the foam cannon. It shoots foam all over the car. So what you do is you spray it down and you shoot foam all over the car. And the foam hangs on the car. And what the foam does is the weight of the foam slowly, not like water, slowly goes down. And the weight of it is dragging all the sand and whatnot, most of it off your car. Not all of it, but 90% of it versus just plain water, which only removes like 10% of it. Not only that, it goes down so slow, the foam, that it also has time to soften up the bugs and whatnot. So water just goes down, and it doesn't soften up the bugs or anything gooey on the car. So that's why everybody should be using a foam cannon. So you do is you use the foam cannon, then you wipe the car down, and then I take I try not to touch the car. I'll use the foam cannon, then I'll take a microfiber cloth, and then I'll wipe the car down really good, and then I'll rinse it, and then what I'll do is I won't dry it by hand. 90% of my drying, 95% is actually a lawn blower, and I blow freaking air over the car and just blow off all the water, and I get 95% of the water off, and then dry it, the remaining percentage off with a microfiber towel. That's it. Yeah, as I mentioned, Helix, silver and gold. I mean, you can't find, it has a history, a longevity going back all the way to the Old Testament. You know what I mean? You try looking in the Bible for the dollar bill, stock market, derivatives market. It ain't in there. Gold and silver, all the way back to the very beginning of the Bible, the Old Testament. So that, what evidence do you need? You know what I'm saying? What evidence else is needed to convince somebody that they should be stocking up on gold and silver, not dollar bills? It is so funny, and I've said this before in many videos. You get people that have a lot of money in the bank account, and they'll brag, "Oh, I got $1 million in the bank account." And but as soon as you tell some people you got a little gold and silver, they think you're just a crazy coin collector. You know what I mean? You're just some kind of wacko. Oh, you're just collecting coins. You're a coin collector, like a baseball card collector. Are you kidding me? Anyway, folks, I got to run. I did what I needed to do. I checked the software. I think it's working fine. I want to ask you folks one more question. When you look at my video right now as I'm speaking, is my voice synced up with my mouth movement? It's called lip sync. How is my lip sync? Is it okay? Or is it off? Now, I expect you all to come back and say it's off, but it's okay to be off like a fraction of a second. But if it's off like a second or two, we got problems. So I need to know that up front. So how is my lip sync? Okay, Helix says everything's good. Your lip sync is solid. I got to keep this software. And this is the software I was using. I thought I would get fancy and get some higher end software. That software was crap. So I got two, that's Seaway 44. I had some pizza for lunch. Seaway 44 and Roanwood in the house. So it's funny, and I'm not making fun of anybody, but I asked how my lip sync is, and everybody says it's okay. And then one guy comes in, his name is Math Methodiscus albrighticus says it's slightly delayed. So I'm going to ask that gentleman, how slightly delayed? Is it distracting? That's what I really need to know. Would it deter somebody from watching my video? Because it's so delayed that it's more of a nuisance. So to say it's slightly delayed, it does help me. But how much? Is it a distraction? Alex Crypto, I appreciate you stopping by. It's been a while. I'm going to start doing some more streaming, some more videos. You're only 2 mods, you're right. And you two been mods for like, shoot, since 2017, 2018. I never had it. You two have been so good I haven't even needed to change you. So Mr. Gas and Gas is agreeing it's off by a small amount. So the voice is coming in before the lips move. Just like the sound is the sound is slightly delayed, which means my mouth is moving first. I need to figure out how to slow the voice down now. If there's a syncing thing. Okay, but regardless, I'm starting to get about 1/4 of a second. That's a long time, Mr. Gas and Gas. However, I am starting to get everybody to agree that it's not so good as what they originally said. So I'm going to try to find out if there's a way to sync it up in the software, or maybe even just move the microphone closer. Takes time for, one of my hobbies is high-end audio, home audio. And I can tell you, just the distance of the speakers will make a difference in the timing that the sound reaches your ear. So I figured I'll move the microphone closer. Maybe the sound will get to the computer a fraction of a second faster. Yeah, so he's saying the mouth is moving before the sound. I'm going to try to slow down the sound, sync it up in the software after I end this video. What do you think about founding fathers of the United States who think about our government? They would say this. Our government has been taken over by traitors, frauds, con artists who have implemented slavery. We are all slaves, and I don't mean that in any form of exaggeration. Regardless of our race and nationality, we are all slaves. We are here just to give the government as much tax as they demand. What do I think of AdCom? AdCom is a nice piece of equipment. I've never owned it, but it is nice. I personally own, because it's within my budget, Rotel, and I have some BNW speakers. That's BNW, not BMW. So that's my mix. I would love to be able to afford a surround sound preamp, but right now basically using a high-end receiver, using its outputs as the preamp. So my speakers are not hooked up to the receiver at all. They're hooked up to the amplifier, but I'm just using the surround sound Yamaha receiver. And this is not the Best Buy HMT versions. These are the high-end Yamaha receivers. They're like $2,000. I'm using that as the surround sound preamp, basically, because I can't afford a Rotel preamp, which is probably about $4,000. Yeah, they would shit themselves, little stray sheep. They literally would. Or they would say that we have been taken over. We have been taken over from within. The Founding Fathers would blame us, the people. But if the Founding Fathers were here long enough, they would understand why we are the blame. We've been lied to through the news media outlets. You got to understand, from beginning, from conception to birth, from birth, we are programmed to believe that anything that comes out of the radio or the television is God's gospel. It's the truth. And frankly, a lot of people believe anything that comes out of television. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people are waking up. They are waking up, but it's too late. The damage has been done. The newspapers, the radio, the televisions, all are aligned with the same propaganda. I might as well change the title now. It's no longer a test. It's actually a live stream. And that's what I'm doing. I came on thinking, hey, we're just going to do a test of the new software I got, right? See if everything's synced up, blah, blah, everything's good, and boom, I'm here. I don't mind. I really don't. They have turned the system against us, is what I'm trying to say. We believed in the system. We've been programmed to believe in the system. And because we believe the system, we have basically dug our own graves. I say this is because we are the cattle. You know, if you have a farm, we are the cattle. We are just here to pay them taxes to survive. They survive off of us. The government doesn't really make any money. They just collect money. So how is it that they can have multiple homes and no matter how bad the economy is, they're not selling any of their extra homes? They're not putting a few articles on Craigslist for sale or anything like that. Isn't that amazing that the economy never affects these politicians in an adverse way? They go in and they come out having accrued millions and millions of dollars. It's just amazing. That money comes from somewhere. And it comes from being bought off, their votes being bought off. It also comes from them investing in investments and then mandating that we use those products because it's good for the earth or it's good for public health. For example, mandated that everybody needs a booster shot or a COVID shot and then a booster shot and then another booster shot. Why is it mandated? Why was it forced down our throats even though there was adverse news coming out? Because they have invested financially into it. They had all bought stocks probably. And maybe I'm oversimplifying it. But I can guarantee you, as time comes and goes, passes us, we're going to find out the truth. We most certainly would. This whole Green New Deal. Everybody's got to have an electric car and everybody can't have gas and we're going to drive up the price of gas until nobody can afford gas and they're forced to get an electric car. Why do you think? Have they really ever cared about anything? Truly cared? Have they cared about the children? Have they cared about the environment? And if so, why are they flying around in Lear jets and whatnot? No. They invested in certain aspects or many aspects of the Green New Deal. It could be electric cars. It can be just the batteries. It can be the whole gamut. It could be they invested in China itself. And then they create laws and regulations forcing us to buy into their investment, all along telling us that it's for the good of mankind, when all along it's just to boost up their investments. And I said this in a video. Wouldn't it be great if I invested in Sony cameras? This is a Sony 4K. It's broken. Well, it's not broken. It still works. But wouldn't it be nice if I invested in this camera? And then I was able to create laws and regulations mandating that everybody in the United States own one or two of those. You're not allowed to go to Disneyland no more with any kind of camera but a Sony camera, because it's good for the environment. It puts out less emissions, and it's going to save some forest trees and whatnot. Obviously, I'm being an idiot here, but you get my point. This is what they do. How easy would it be for them to do that? You think it'd be that difficult? How much do you think these people coming out of politics, going in, barely able to freaking afford toilet paper to wipe themselves, they come out multi-millionaires? Dennis the Menace. It's been a while since I've seen you. Adcom, amp, and preamp. Nice. Now, is that a multi-channel preamp or just a two-channel preamp? Either way, it's good. I mean, if you're just into music, you're gonna get a two-channel preamp. Obviously, if you're into music and movies, you'll get a multi-channel. But I'm just curious. Still at 19,900. Yep. I haven't moved. But part of that, esoteric, I'm to blame. I can't blame the government and shadow banning for all my problems, right? I should be held accountable for some of it, and some of that was haven't been making videos lately. Johnny Yeller, I've been really good, thank you. Got to cough a little bit. And it's funny, when I'm not talking a lot, I don't have to cough. I'm just reading the comments right now. Yeah, Mike Trem, what I say is, and I honestly coined this phrase. I coined this phrase back in 2003. Slavery never ended. It was perfected. I don't know, Esoteric, if YouTube is screwing with me. I know to some point they are, but some of my numbers going down on YouTube is my own fault. I could do better with the content. All right? I can do better with the delivery. I can do better with researching the content I deliver. I just don't have the time to research things. A lot of my videos are op-eds. Okay? I also have not been doing many videos. So those can be driving the numbers down. I can't blame everybody for all my faults. At some point, we all have to take a little bit of accountability. Yeah, the prices of gas are going to jump back up. I heard when Obama was still in office, he said he would like to see gas up right around $7 a gallon. And I think that's their goal. $7 a gallon. And what's funny is they drive up the prices of everything. And they pretend they're not making any money. But what is taxes based on? It's based on a percentage of a purchase. Right? So 10% tax, some places here in Arizona, 10%. I'm not kidding you. Sales tax. If this goes up, so does the tax, the amount that they collect. Oh, they're still collecting 10%, but if this price doubles, if the price of this doubles, so is their tax collected, right? Now I realize on fuel, I think it's a fixed price of taxes, but they're talking about increasing the taxes on fuel. Yeah, I am stacking Johnny Eller. I still have a safe full of silver and gold. Yeah. So I should do an interview with Financial Prepping. I think you guys would really hit it off, and it would give you your channel boost. I would love that, Raw Food Writer. Unfortunately, anytime you reach out to somebody and want to do an interview, they immediately assume you want to do a hit job on them. The fact of the matter is, people don't do favors for strangers anymore. So I don't call people up, or I don't even email them. Like, for example, if you, hypothetically, Raw Food Writer, if you owned a YouTube channel and some Yahoo that you never heard of, because chances are he's never heard of me, emails you, says, hey, I'd like to interview. You're going to, first of all, your email is going to automatically filter it to spam. If you see it, you're probably not going to open it up. You can just be suspicious in general. So if he contacted me, I probably would not have that attitude. I probably would be open and not throw away emails. But like, I tried to interview JSnip4. I thought that would be a good pairing. He basically never even responded. And in a way, I can't believe him. I mean, I can't blame him. What am I saying? I can't blame him. In Illinois, tax is 10.5%. I remember when taxes here in Arizona was 7%. And the more and more they use our taxes to pay off unemployed voters, the higher the taxes will go. Anyway, I'm going to let you folks go. I shall talk to you later. It's been a long day. I'm going to get some dinner and go watch some TV. I will try to do a live stream tomorrow, and my dog is going off the chain. I'm going to give him a ride in the microwave. I'm just teasing. Take care.